thingamajiggy.
No, man,
I'm a witness.
Whoa! What? Hey! Get back here! Get the fuck back in here! You don't leave until I tell you to.
It's alright. I'm facing Grond. It's great.
I didn't pass the vibe check.
Oh. Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, everybody. Anyone remembers last time we got electrocuted? That was super fun. It was the big zit. Turns out the prosecutor is the bad person, which no one ever saw coming ever.
It was a big surprise. I was surprised.
I've played this game before and I was surprised. It was crazy. But now we get to find out what happens next. Now we're a little short.
Episode of Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
Dun,
We're a little we're a teeny bit short, but we should have the numbers to cover everyone. Because we've got other people assigned to other roles. It's gonna be great. Wizard won't just have to voice a parrot. It's gonna be... yay.
Hello, Squawk.
Hello, Squawk. Don't forget DL6, Squawk. Alright. Let's go.
I can't believe Wizard won an Emmy for her performance.
Dude, there was a point. There was this amazing moment of improv where she was supposed to go, "Hey, good stuff, Phoenix. Let's turn in for the night." But instead, he rolled over and pecked his cheek and, "Oh, thank you for the sub."
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy when the parrot was just like, "It's squawking time."
It's squawking time.
It's
Squawk.
It's
and
lawyer
then the
in
bird
time.
squawked everywhere.
The bird squawked all over the case.
The safe code is 1224.
Walk.
Squawk. Squawk. Alright, let's go. I believe in you all.
December 28, 9:51 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
This is it. Judgment Day 2.0. Today, things are gonna get settled at last. A lot of things. Wah! What's the big idea?
Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick.
Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. Hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard.
Row. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back.
Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge?
Right, good idea.
Context. Trying to electrocute anyone on your way out.
Wow, pal!
I love how you knew who that was just by the pal.
What's down into that girl?
Detective Gumshoe.
Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning.
How did it go, Detective?
Have no fear. As promised, I've captured a runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Talk all night, pal.
Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired.
Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good.
Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth who he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm gonna prove it. See?
Yeah, see?
December 26.
That is
10
an
a.m.
8.
I only need to see the word pal, and I know that it's mine.
District Court, courtroom number 3.
Whew. Squeak, squeak. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. I told you wouldn't like this voice.
No, I love it. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready.
Oh my god.
Right, very well. Oh wait, that's the wrong voice.
We're a sentence in. I swear to God, no.
We have reached the final day. Give me a sec.
All
I
good.
have 2 older people to try and get
Yeah,
a
you gotta
voice.
try to separate.
Find the character.
All good. Take your time, bud.
I'm literally sitting here trying to come up with a voice. Give me a moment. Give me a moment.
So good.
Shoot for Democracy Manifest.
Shoot for okay.
That's the voice. That's the
No wait,
voice.
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask the prosecution submit decisive evidence.
Understood.
Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says.
Very well. Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement.
Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary.
Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom.
Oh, this could be bad.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake, from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity.
Witness, why did you run away yesterday?
The witness was not running away, as he will now testify.
I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. Oh! I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away on nothing. I, went to buy some cigarettes. And quite literally. Buy some food for Polly. I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So, my testimony yesterday stands as is. Powering down. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we?
He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm gonna prove it. Whippersnapper. I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger.
Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. Use your brain.
He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do, Von Karma and Yanni Yogi.
I popped us that X before I came in.
That explains everything! Then why did you leave?
He's just about to say why. Jeez, it's so hard for you to just quietly listen while someone is talking.
If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. food?
Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmand. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in a big pet shop downtown.
But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack?
Well, I kinda got lost, you see.
The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack.
Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's gonna believe that.
I see. So he was lost.
Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. Oh my gosh. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yep. Seems like it.
But how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory. You know exactly who you are.
The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof.
Gorge. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible.
I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue.
How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right?
Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge, it's impossible.
I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
No. Yes.
You just
yes,
did.
Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
You've been saying that same thing over now, and over now, again. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case?
Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies! Gosh dang it!
Order! Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who the witness is?
Of course, Your Honor.
Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So who is he?
Don't play dumb, Von Karma.
Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness' name.
His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff.
Gosh.
Yogi. That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident.
He figures the judge would have
Kenny
heard of
Yogi
it.
from the TV show.
What is it called? Googie Go? Yanni Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh!
He believes in the heart of the cards, Your Honor.
Just start dueling everybody, Sonny! It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case.
But what does this mean?
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive.
Just. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, How do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory.
This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go.
Nick! How are you going to prove it? How can you prove it? He's Yanni Yogi.
It's okay. It's actually quite simple.
Smushed like 3 voices into one.
No, it's good. It's good. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints and then put them in the trash, and then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago.
I see. That makes sense.
Disc.
Huh?
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright.
What? Why?
Your face. The witness.
Damn it! He's got me.
Your
The
mom.
witness has no fingerprints.
What? What? No fingerprints?
That's sus as fuck.
Oh! You see, Judge Judy, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. Burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yep.
What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past.
Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity.
Yes, no. Yes, no, yes! Maybe?
Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems the case has been decided, no?
No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way.
There is no one who can testify as to who this is. No one.
Nick, what are we gonna do?
I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do?
Disc. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine a parrot for a little comic relief, eh?
Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot?
Hee hee hee.
Squawk.
What?
Egg.
What is it, Nick? No. You're not going to.
Your Honor, the defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal.
Take Mr. Von Karma up?
Take me.
Say no more.
On my proposal.
Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot.
Outrageous.
Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma?
Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object.
Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested.
Well, if you're so desperate, please be my guest.
Huh?
Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences.
Nick, this is crazy.
Well, still want to go through with your little game?
Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor.
This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard.
Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so.
Bailiff, bring in the parrot.
I like how they just had the parrot lying around.
It is my time, my dudes.
I believe in you, wizard. You got this.
There, waiting. I get it, she's waiting in the wing.
That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name! The witness is ignoring me.
It must hurt to be ignored by a bird.
Very well. Witness. Who is your owner? Please, testify for us.
Hello, Squawk!
Sick.
Enlightening.
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination.
Right.
What are you going to do, Nick?
I don't know. What do we do, Maya?
Mm-mm.
I didn't think this far ahead. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her.
Right. What do I say?
As I recall, 2 days ago.
Holly! Holly! Have we forgotten something?
Squawk! Don't forget DL6, Squawk!
If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove the caretaker had something to do with DL6.
Holly? Have we forgotten something?
Hello, Squawk!
I love this so much. That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something! We forgot!
Hello, Squawk!
Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it.
This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it?
Tisk. Something the matter, right?
Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did you train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything?
Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi.
Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her.
Right. Oh, what do I say?
Maybe I should get her to say her name?
Holly! Holly! What's your name?
Polly! Squawk!
Call me. Mr. Wright. I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity?
Yes, it does.
Ha! Fascinating. You claim the parrot's name will prove the owner's identity. Then show us this proof.
Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far?
Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he's Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that Parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is...
The DL6 case file?
That's quite a large file you have there. How did which page is this proof on, then? Show us or stop wasting our time.
Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where is the file, the information connected to the parrot's name?
It's on the suspect data page.
Huh?
This page had all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see?
Indeed, it does say that, yes.
What was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins. Polly.
Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her.
I see. I guess this is possible.
Bah, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé?
She's only 7... Oh, sorry, that's you.
She's only 7 years old. You Subway enjoyer.
Indeed.
I didn't know you played Smash, right?
Oh, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence.
Where am I gonna find that?
Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we can just find one more piece of evidence.
Right, but what?
Very well, witness, you may continue.
Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her.
Right, what do I say?
Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe.
Huh? The safe? Why?
Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay?
Molly, what was the number to the safe in the shack?
Oh, sorry. 1228. 1228.
Why, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker.
Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it.
Ah, ridiculous. How can a number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? The DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case?
Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to that safe number?
It's on the case summary page.
The case summary?
Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred.
The date of the incident? December 28? Why, that's today's date. 15 years ago.
And the number on that safe is 122... numbers are hard. 1228.
Ah!
He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him.
I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates.
Bah, that is not tangible proof. I set my ATM's card number to 0001 because I'm number one.
And now photograph him.
This has nothing. Would you also like to know my mother's maiden name?
This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing.
Objection! Tell me the last 4 digits of your card, Von Karma.
Okay, let me just get my wallet.
It's
That's
0001.
No, give me a way of bank cards or tomfoolery.
You like look at his card and it's just 000000, and then just a 1 at the end.
Oh my god.
3 digits on the back are just 001.
I think we've reached a conclusion here.
This is a mere coincidence, that's all.
True, that is a possibility. However, 2 coincidences at the same time seem more like a pattern to me.
What are you saying?
Summon the caretaker to boot Supe. Murder them,
What?
Dad.
What's he doing,
From you
you?
good?
Just have a stroke.
Witness. Tell us your name.
Wait,
One comma.
this witness, he doesn't remember.
No, it's okay.
Eh?
I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different.
This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order! Order! Yanni Yogi. So was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancée, my social standing. Then, this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment! Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Von Karma, where's Mr. Yogi?
Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession.
Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is
Innocent. In this case, at least.
Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand?
Bruh.
Yeah, shit. I'm in my kitchen right now.
What you cooking, Edgeworth?
I made dumplings.
Can I have one?
No.
Go. Yeah. Brooklyn Rage!
Share around.
Rage.
This pisses me off.
There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So, I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections?
I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything?
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not giggly.
Hey, we did it.
Hey!
Good stuff,
Karma's
guys.
gonna come for Phoenix.
That is all. I'm tired. I'm gonna lay down.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
This court is adjourned.
Nani?
Did someone say objection?
It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth?
Your Honor, I object to your judgment.
Fuck.
What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what?
Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess! He's gonna say he's guilty! He's gonna tell them how he was the murderer in the DL6 incident! He's gonna tell them he killed his own dad!
Uh-oh, what do I do? The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst.
Show your face.
Didn't something like this happen yesterday, too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed.
That would be Larry.
We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth.
He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out.
Oh shit. I'm chewing a dumpling right now.
Chew those dumplings, idiot. You need to testify.
For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer.
You mean in the incident where your father died?
From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations which ends today. The culprit is me.
Order! Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant, declared innocent, is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this.
Bah. It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. Funk's old brother. Check it out now. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago.
I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned.
December 28, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
I I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder
Punish me, Daddy.
is
Giggle.
murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy. Just crazy.
Huh? Nick, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I pressed tab to open it. Your sister taught me that. I'm getting my case ready.
Don't forget to press tab. Your case? For what?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent.
What are you talking about, pal? You just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court.
I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare.
What?
It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me.
Right.
That's all you have to say. Right. Right.
November 28, 2:30 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3.
Now then, I would like to resume our trial.
Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining.
Excuse me, do not eat the...
You
Stop
cannot
eating
tell me
dumplings,
what to do.
Edgeworth.
I will eat my dumplings.
No, my cat was trying to...
Limitations on the L6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book.
You shady fucker.
I see. Does the defense have any objections?
No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you?
Maybe.
Very well.
Are you psychic?
No, I just read the script.
I've played this game before.
Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand?
Put your dumplings down, boy.
Oh, God.
Will the witness state his name and profession?
Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct?
It is correct.
Then testify about this matter to the court.
When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work.
Please. Please.
Such good manners.
That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all.
And until now, you thought this memory was a dream.
We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events.
Bah, the same claim Mr. Yogi has made.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day?
I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Von Karma, you were handling the case?
It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details.
And what was... That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator?
Yes, myself, my father, and Yeni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed and no one came to help.
What did you do then?
I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then...
What was it?
A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff, Yeni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster.
And you picked it up. What happened next?
Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it?
I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked.
So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi?
I was in a daze.
The gun fired once?
Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream.
The scream. To this day?
Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live.
There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. But I don't know what it means. I'd better find out and quick. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot?
Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came.
I see.
No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony.
You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you?
I'll fucking drag you out.
I don't accept this evidence. Unless you can tell us the exact page it's on.
Well, obviously the middle of the book. That's where all the important stuff is.
It says on the sprite data, you see, so that way they don't have to animate different sizes of the pages.
Look at the victim data in this file. It says quite plainly, the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So who fired the remaining shot?
Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second round?
Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. This evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident.
What?
I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case?
Your Honor, I think I'll be able to show you proof.
What? Impossible.
Now, Mr. Von Karma. Save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof.
Yeah, don't blow your load too soon, come on, Karma.
Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident?
Look at this photograph.
Every time I do it,
It makes me laugh.
That's you, Burmy.
This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth.
This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it.
So, let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired? Where?
Your Honor, please get a clue. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here.
There's an air hole.
I see. A glory hole in the door.
Ugh, a glass glory hole? Ugh. No, thank you.
That's something you're not hardcore enough for it.
Oh, clearly not. Far out. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot.
Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
I don't drive, Your Honor. I don't have my license. But it's simple. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness right after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
Mr. Wright, but who would be someone else? Then be?
The murderer, of course. Are you okay? Do you need some...
Do you need
some objection?
I timed that
I
intentionally.
knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. Press tab to reach it.
The case summary.
Don't forget to press tab.
Oh, Mia! the case summary. It's, that's on page 1.
Look what's written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene.
Huh?
If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene.
He does have a point.
The second bullet has never been found. Why?
Because it's up your butt.
Because close. But the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made the bullet hole in the door.
Perhaps a bullet? Another bullet?
Order! I will have order! Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police barely overlooked the second bullet.
I don't know, bro.
So, all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim.
Tisk, tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
Gah, how did this happen? I don't believe the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident?
Big.
Nick, what are you doing? Why aren't you raising an objection?
I'm sorry, Maya.
What?
It looks like I was wrong.
Nick.
If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing.
No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edworth declared innocent.
I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it, I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years.
Nick.
Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Nicely.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections?
No. No, I do not.
So you killed your father, though that was not your intention.
Yes, I did.
Oh no. He's accepted the guilt.
Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here.
Right now.
Punk show, brother, check it out now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words.
Mr. Wright?
Yeah. Yeah. Your Honor. I object.
Tisk. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object?
Oof.
Nick?
I don't know. His case is perfect.
Oh no.
Ugh. What? What did you just say?
Nothing.
A second bullet must exist? But where?
It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet, it existed.
What? But we've just heard proof that it did not exist.
I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
But who?
The murderer.
The murderer? Then tell us just who is this murderer?
I'm still thinking about that one.
So the criminal took the second bullet, but why?
Huh?
First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, right? Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search the bullet?
Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue.
What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Bah, the murderer had no reason to take the bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true.
Ugh. Had to take it. The murderer. What does that mean?
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take that bullet.
Had to, Mr. Wright. What do you mean?
Well, for instance... For instance, what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer?
The bullet hit the murderer?
Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened?
Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer themselves was shot. And they left with the second bullet still inside of them? Thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime?
Yes. I guess that's how it would work, yes.
But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean...
The murderer came from outside, yes. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges, and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside.
Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say.
What are you saying? Deny it, deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer.
No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone.
Nick,
Huh?
I just thought of something really crazy.
Crazy?
Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday?
Oh, here we go. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock to Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he'd taken in his many years of prosecuting.
What if Von Karma didn't take the vacation because of shock?
But took it
But
because he
took
was
it
injured.
because he was injured. Jinx!
Ah!
Which would mean...
We finish each other's sandwiches! It could only mean one thing.
He was the murderer in the Dale Sticks incident!
He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth.
It was Von Karma!
Oh man.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright. You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor.
Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now?
Save it for a better time.
Your Honor, there is no better time. There is a suspect, one lone suspect.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
My hands are shaking.
What? V8?
Von Karma!
Von Karma?
You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there?
Thank you for the hydrate, Goop. Also, hi.
Bah.
You don't object?
I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objections?
Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason?
So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify.
Nick! Let's find out who his doctor is.
It's no use.
Edgeworth?
I know Von Karma. Perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness.
Nobody's that perfect.
Oh, so what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull out the bullet by himself? That's insane!
No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. But where?
Maybe it's still in him!
Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot?
Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know you like it so much.
What?
The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk a surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself.
You don't mean...
I do. There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma.
Bruh.
Is that even possible? All these years?
Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm gonna run this over you and see what we find.
Get a warrant. I refuse.
You refuse? What refusing this means? You acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you? Order! Order! Order!
Your Honor, the defense requests we be allowed to use the metal detector.
Judge, offer a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy.
The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end this right here, right now.
Funk soul brother.
Enough! I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing.
You will submit.
Nick, what does this mean?
I don't know, but we have to give it a shot.
Aim it at his neck.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, the microwave's
reacted.
ready.
Something's inside his...
My dumplings.
Edgeworth, you made another batch just for us?
Good golly.
Oh, he's so sweet, guys. The
I was still hungry.
Aw. Mr. Von Karma?
You. It was you.
I made the dumplings. I was afraid this would happen. And so I remained silent.
Nani?
Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident.
What?
I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident.
In the war?
I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6.
But, Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that?
Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here. Not I.
Mr. Wright. Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6?
Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence.
That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday.
With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright.
No. I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma.
What?
You were close. One day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof.
What?
Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof.
That's... a bullet?
Where did you get that?
This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact.
Ballistic markings.
You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago.
Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate.
We have 2 bullets in our possession. 1, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets have been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma?
That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know!
Help! I can't breathe. Quiet! I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air! I'll stop you! Stop breathing my air!
No, that's so good.
Good consistency, I love it.
It's that scream. I heard it in an elevator. Also, when I listened to Disturbed 15 years ago.
It predated the band.
Von Karma, it was you who screamed.
Mr. Von Karma, your lead singer.
I've never heard the Disturbed in my life.
So it was you.
You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my bands.
15 years
Calm
earlier.
Take a Xanax, mate.
Chief Prosecutor, I am.
Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you.
I was careless.
I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time.
Edgeworth.
I think that's you, Sunfell.
It was a shock like none I'd ever known. Me, penalized. It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went to the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from the oxygen. Much to my surprise, Pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Who would have thought another man would come to open that elevator door? Judge,
What?
what are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it.
Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
you were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare.
Yes, Your Honor.
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, still not guilty.
We did it for realsies this time.
Yay!
That is
Two
all.
not guilty in one trial.
I'm going to sleep for 10 years. I'm done.
Bye, George.
I return to hibernation.
Return to
December
my
28th.
cage.
December 28th, 5:38 p.m. Oh shit. That is late. District Court, defendant Blondie number 2.
For a court, yeah.
Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed.
It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it.
I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory.
So it's finally over, Edgeworth.
Right.
Yeah?
I'm not sure how to say this.
I know. Try. Thank you.
I see. Thank you, Wright.
You're welcome.
I think you could have done better than that.
Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing.
You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth.
She's got you there.
Amazing, pal! You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares?
See, Mr. Edgeworth, you take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you.
I see.
What's worse is cut out, so it was just whoa.
So quiet.
I love it.
That's amazing.
I feel foolish.
You look foolish.
Don't worry, take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it.
It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded.
Hey, y'all!
Oh, I totally forgot she was a character.
Lana!
Y'all look great in there.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats!
Thank y'all very much.
I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in a cookie jar if no one was there.
You You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh?
Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta?
Who, me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick.
Really? That's too bad.
Huh?
Hmm?
Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Oh shit.
Huh?
Oh no.
It's over, Nick! My life is over!
What? Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now?
Oh, Nick! I'm not long for this world!
You don't look sick.
It's Kiance. She's gone to live in Paris. Paris, Nick! She's leaving me behind!
Should have seen that coming.
Yuichi, there you are!
Oh, you keep cutting out.
Yes, here I am.
There you go.
Right, Seiji. Here, a little gift from me in celebration.
Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts! You've come along tonight too. My treat, pal.
Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right?
I think you'll be fine, Larry.
Right.
Yeah? What's up?
That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it.
Well, yeah. It's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes.
It's $38, right?
Huh. What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly?
Nick? Wasn't that the exact amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school?
$38. No. No! Larry, it was you?!
What are you so surprised about, Wright?
Huh?
Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect.
What?
Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came to school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history.
Egg.
Egg.
I was never good at history.
Or anything.
Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you?
I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember?
Yeah, too well.
Right. You may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts.
I know.
Really, right? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out.
Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh?
Edgeworth.
Hmm?
You should have told me.
Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out by now, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'd say so, yes.
There you have it.
Ugh. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did.
Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist.
Wow.
Yes, and
Zing.
you get worked up too easily, too.
Death! The death sentence for both of you! Man, if only I'd known, I would have become a prosecutor.
The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all.
Edgeworth.
Want to switch, right?
Oh.
I prefer
Hey,
top.
y'all, line up. I'll take a photo.
Time, let's go!
And after that, dinner ready.
Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention.
Wait, what?
December 29, 5:02 a.m. Wright and Co. Law Officers.
Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter?
Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium. In training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you. But I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium, for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick.
Goodbye? What time is it? God, the first trains for the mountains have already left. To the station. I guess I'm too late.
Nick?
Maya!
Oh,
So, you're leaving?
yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
Wait!
What?
I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help.
Huh?
On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice.
You heard my sister?
Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything.
Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick.
But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya.
Huh? I didn't do anything! All I did was wander around in a daze.
Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped.
Evidence?
Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up.
If you don't, I'm gonna start crying.
Might cry anyway.
Take that. Wacky with it.
A bullet?
Von Karma was convinced he'd taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me.
Nick.
Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you.
I'll be back soon.
Huh?
I'm going to complete my training and come back.
Okay. I'll be waiting.
Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless.
I don't know about that.
big, dumb, silly old phoenix. So, this is it.
See you soon, Maya. That's it. We did it.
Aww.
Thanks, Nick.
And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters.
Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet. No.
It
Well,
auto.
Right. Perhaps you'd like to read that.
Yes, Your Honor. I got a bad feeling about this. We did it, guys!
We did it!
We did it. We put the bad guys away.
We sure as heck did.
This is the first game of 3, right?
Oh, you don't have to voice these if you don't want.
We're detective
Whoa. But yeah, this is that's basically the first game done.
Nice.
Wow.
We did it,
So,
gamers.
Huh? Nick? Haven't seen him lately. For me, I've been working at the cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call a cheap date. Huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah?
Perfect.
Are we going to continue with the second game next week, or are we going to take a break?
I would like to call it for the night. I'm super tired.
Yeah, we'll call it there.
You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful.
God, don't make that noise again.
Yeah. There is technically one more case in this game, which we'll be doing next week, because I think everyone wants a break today. But yeah, there is a. Huh?
I already napped.
I'm
God
sorry.
damn it.
I'm sorry. Oh, it's not. It's out of my control. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's you. Felix, right? Ah, yes. Yes, understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen you of late. Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Battery low.
Power down.
Power down.
Womp womp.
Phoenix Wright? He's an actor. Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix.
Oh, damn.
Nope. Just nope.
Hey, Boomer.
That's rap god. His level of keep it up.
Now this looks like a job for me.
I'm pleased to announce the Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know.
Poor Will Powers. He's not even that bad looking.
Ah, he's a fucking Chad daddy.
Will died of a lonely man.
He is a
energy.
chat daddy. Yes, himbo energy, 100%.
Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway?
Yeah, Will Powers is a tree I'd like to climb.
Yeah.
Well, you will see more of him in the next game, don't you worry.
I'm gonna need to redeem the hydrate.
You wanna talk? Let's talk, Pink Princess. Alright? But you know, I found this through there the other day. Oh, sorry. The one inside the Pink Princess. Ah, what a dog. It was kind of a shock of a boy my tender age.
You forgot the Misa.
Oh shit!
Such a good movie.
That's good.
It was brilliant. I did.
Missa saw the Pink Princess.
Lotta.
Yeah, I remember, right? Me, I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know, that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real. Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous.
Or she might just go find more bodies.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Find
Dead
more
bodies.
bodies.
Oh, Shinji Mikami was the
That's-
producer.
She'll go
Spoilers.
start making bodies.
Hey.
Aww.
Aw. Victory!
And that is photographic
God, look
proof that
Look at the
Gumshoe has
size
the
of
confetti.
Gumshoe's hands. Jesus.
Yeah, he's a
He's a big boy.
Yowie hands.
yowie.
I reckon he gives great hugs.
Oh,
I kinda like
does.
I like-
I want a gumshoe hug.
Whoa!
Gumshoe does seem like he'd have the best hugs.
Yeah.
I want a gumshoe.
I thought it like started the case for a moment. I was like, hold on, no, wait,
Wait, not yet. Wait.
Please no.
wait. No, we'll call it there for tonight, just because that was good. It was good.
I mean, it still lasted a lot longer than I thought it would.
Yeah, actually, me too. I actually thought that would be done in like less than an hour, but it took up like 2 hours.
Like, it's been a while since I played this case, but I remember the last day being pretty long.
Yeah, nothing simple with Von Karma.
No.
Run, Karma.
Von Karma.
Don't you?
Always
enough.
watching, Von Karma.
Always watching.
I loved the Wazowski voice.
Thank you. I'm
brilliant.
gonna be able to talk tomorrow.
Oh, I hope you'll be okay.
I have that favorite. My favorite part was when I got to say, "Whoop."
That definitely sold it. It was
That
great.
was great. Oh my god, can you say Rufflecopter in the voice?
Copter.
Oh, it cut out. Do it again.
Hey, copter.
Again.
It's not working. One more
It's not
time.
allowed.
Okay. Ruffled copter.
Yes.
There we go. We did it. We did
You
it.
know, I must say, right, that defense of me was pretty poggers.
Oh, so glad you'd say that, Edgeworth.
Can Edgeworth say Uwu Sugoi?
Don't make the
Will segue.
don't make the poor guy die of cringe, please.
You didn't know I
That
had
was
a
amazing,
need that
thank
needed to
you.
be
Oh,
fulfilled.
it's so good. It's so good.
So good.
So good.
Coy Disney.
All right.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
great.
Thank you guys so much for that. It was
It
a
just
journey.
tickles my funny bone.
And I get a hoya.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to do it in Lotta's voice, but it came out normal.
Ahoya! Yeah.
Gumshoe.
Yeah. Ahoya! See?
Scream for the.
Oh wow!
Oh, such a great addition, honestly.
That's perfect. I love that.
Not prepared.
You can hear it every night while also listening to Disturbed.
I just
The flash
of my iPod.
I just picture Edgeworth like laying there with his iPod in his headphones in his ears, and he's just listening to Disturbed on repeat. He's just like,
It's just like the sound of silence comes out and he just has a Nam
Oh,
flashback.
he's just got to get down with the sickness, hey.
Oh.
Whenever he hears the and he's like, I can hear that voice to this very
that
day.
scream.
Every night I have the same dream.
Oh, that's what
Oh,
the
it
scream
reminds me.
sounded like. Oh.
It's just a close up of like the lead singer's face as well.
I don't know what it means, right? Help me.
Out a hellish.
Winnie, you gotta help him.
You gotta get down with the sickness.
You gotta get down with the sickness.
I will not get down with the sickness.
Oh, Edgeworth.
Wah.
Hey, yo, you gotta get down with the sickness.
Oh, that's
God.
great.
Fantastic.
Oh, man.
Excellent effort, guys. Really proud of you all.
That was great.
So yeah, we'll definitely keep going with this. I think we'll do the next case, and then we'll move on to the next games. Because it only gets more bonkers from here. Honestly, just super keen to get to game 3. Hey, that has like the best cases in it.
Yeah.
But we can't
Number
skip
2
2
has
because
some
that's
pretty
awesome
good
too.
ones.
I guess you
I
could
just want to
say
be the old
getting
lady
to
with the whip.
Oh, is the old lady with
She's
the whip?
not old. She's
Oh,
like
don't-
17.
Yeah, she's like
Even
she's
better.
Like, she's like the same age as Edgeworth.
She's
I'm
been a
so
prosecutor
keen.
since she was like 14.
I'm
That's
so
Just in case you
keen.
felt like you were behind in life.
I get a whip.
Yes. Got to talk in a very exotic accent. Actually, I don't know if she has that or not. Anyway, I'm going to call the stream. Enjoy the rest of your nights, guys.
Don't tell me what to do.
Oh,
Come.
fuck you then.
No.
I hope you have a terrible night. No, I don't, actually.
Well,
Yeah,
Love
I'm
you
gonna
far
take
too
this
much for
chance
that.
to run away.
Okay, bye, Wizard. Have a good one.
Hi, Wizard.
Bye.
Bye.
Yikes. Yoishin schnoishin. Is there anyone I can raid?
how about a village?
How about my pantry?
What about the English?
What about
What
panties?
about Edgeworth's panties?
Oh my god.
Panty wade?
Panty wave. Ooh.
Time for panty wade.
That is a cringe.
I'm going. This is exceptionally
Look,
cringe,
that's all
right?
That's all that I've got, guys. Okay.
Just gonna go send everyone to go bug one of my friendos who is currently streaming Apex. So yeah.
We'll get her down with.
Oh yeah, we'll get her down with the sickness.
Oh,
Every time.
I actually don't know what I'm streaming next. Hey, shit. I'll put it in the Discord or something.
Okay.
See you soon, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.